Good morning, everyone. This is meteorologist Shane Hinton hopping onto Facebook Live in order to give you an updated look at your forecast. We're going to get started in the next couple of moments, but I do want to make sure you can hear me. So let me know in the comments if you can hear my microphone and let me know where you're tuning in from. We're going to get started shortly. Good morning, Felix. Hope you're doing well in Cedar Park this morning. Hope you're enjoying these warmer temperatures. Hi there, Kathy. Hi there, Tara. Hope you're doing well. Leticia, how are you doing there in Austin today? Okay, I'm going to hop onto the camera real quickly, and then I'm going to kind of hop back on to the weather computer. Let's pull up right here. Hello. Good morning, everybody. As you can tell, the time is currently 7:47 on your Tuesday morning. What we're going to be discussing in this Facebook Live is going to be that strong cold front that's moving through the area. Really through the area right now in the Panhandle into northern Texas is where it's going to be migrating throughout the day today. It will arrive in central Texas later tonight into Wednesday. We're going to be discussing not only the kind of day you can expect for today, but also that strong cool down that we're expected for the rest of the work week. We're also going to be talking about that possibility for some wintry precipitation. Keep in mind a couple of things are a little still too far out. I'll continue to monitor the Facebook comments to try and answer as many questions as I can. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull up the weather computer, show you what we're tracking at the moment. You can see we are tracking temperatures that are in the 60s area wide. It's a warm and muggy start to the day. Once again, a few isolated showers lingering in Lee and Fayette County. You can see temperatures 60 to 61 degrees in areas such as Mason, Llano, and Fredericksburg. Upper 60s for areas such as Georgetown, Austin, Bastrop, and Giddings, and just shy of 70 degrees as you make your way out to LaGrange. As we take a wider look across the Lone Star State, you can see we are monitoring that cold front that has pushed through the Panhandle and is now knocking on the doorstep of northern Texas. In fact, Dallas dealing with a few scattered showers at the moment. That cold front will continue pushing down toward the south throughout the day. That is going to allow us to see some compressional warming, so a quick rise in temperatures ahead of the front. If you take a look at what it feels like across the state right now, it feels like it is sub-zero in Amarillo. In fact, it feels like it is -6 degrees. Only about 10 degrees warmer is what it feels like in Lubbock. Dallas still feels like it's in the mid-60s, and not too far above it is Austin, feeling like it's at 67. Our hourly forecast for today shows it will be very similar to yesterday, and the fact that we will be tracking temperatures in the mid-80s for the afternoon, eventually peaking around 86 degrees. We'll start with some clouds in the morning. Now I'm hopping over here to the Facebook comments. Okay, hopping on. Want to make sure that I wasn't having any technical issues. Okay, so as you can see, temperatures climbing into the mid-80s for this afternoon. You will not need the rain jacket. You will not need the winter jacket, but you will need it as we go throughout the next several days. Your allergy count is a bit of a doozy. I've been saying it all morning. Cedar and traces of other trees are in the high category. Mold in the medium. I think that's just due to all of the moisture that we've seen surge into the area from the south. There was also some alternaria on the slide, so if you are sensitive to those allergens, make sure you utilize that medication for today. Across the board, temperatures expected to climb into the upper 70s to mid-80s. That is well above the average high of 68 degrees. Overall, a warm and muggy day, feeling very spring-like across central Texas. That will be changing as that cold front arrives. It officially reaches the area later tonight, pushes through overnight through early Wednesday. In fact, let me rewind a little bit. You can see on Wednesday I have the forecasted high at around 40 degrees. Spoiler alert, I think that 40 degrees will be our high in the morning. I see Arctic air continuing to move in, and that will cool us down throughout Wednesday afternoon, where temperatures will most likely be in the 30s. You notice that transition from green to pink on your chart here. That indicates it changing from rain to maybe a wintry mix of freezing rain and sleet. That is going to be fair game. We could even see some of that again on Thursday. Our best chances for accumulation would be on Thursday and then also again late Friday into Saturday. Notice that your afternoon highs are staying above freezing. Our overnight lows very well could drop below freezing for consecutive nights. Let's just say that. As we make our way into Friday, temperatures reach the mid-40s with another round of cold rain or freezing rain possible. As we head into the weekend, notice that temperatures in the afternoon climb into the upper 40s, but we could see another round of wintry precipitation. We'll have to monitor that very closely for you. Taking a closer look back at home, you can see that this is going to grow from scattered rain to possibly a wintry mix as we head into Wednesday morning. The first folks to see that would be our northern counties and our hill country counties. Temperatures will stay in the 40s for the morning time. Notice that as we go into the afternoon, we're expecting 30s area wide as that freezing rain to sleet potential grows a little bit more widespread. As I mentioned, this is something we're going to have to be monitoring very closely. One of the high resolution forecast models indicates the highest potential for any accumulation would be west of I-35 and maybe a little bit of along I-35. I know I'm seeing questions asking about, will the roads be hazardous? Will this be similar to what we saw a few weeks ago? I see less ice in this particular forecast compared to the last round that we were tracking. This is not going to be some large winter storm. It is going to be cold though. While the ice forecast is still a little uncertain at this time, it is worth noting that the cold forecast, whether or not temperatures are going to be drastically different, there is higher confidence in it. But you can see there is still some discrepancies and differences between the NAM forecast model and the GFS forecast model. In fact, by Wednesday morning, the NAM has us at 40 degrees. The GFS still keeps us comfortable at 56. I'm opting more for the NAM model at this point. I think in the afternoon, we will not be experiencing 50-degree temperatures. I think we're going to be in the 30s. The NAM forecast model typically does better with these kinds of cold fronts. That's why we are starting to shift our thinking and go along with that as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, it looks a little daunting, a little bit scary, I know, but once again, I have to point out that our afternoons are expected to climb above freezing. We're talking upper 30s to mid 40s possible as we go throughout the rest of the work week and heading into the weekend. Let's see. I'm trying to track any questions here. Leticia telling people to bundle up. That's right. Donna, so keep in mind, it's not freezing this whole next week. In fact, temperatures are going to be above freezing on the afternoons, but we will have some freezing temperatures overnight. So go ahead and make plans to have your pets and plants brought indoors. That's going to be very, very important through Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and even Saturday night, just to be on the safe side as well. I will be back on air on KVUE midday starting at 11 o'clock with an updated look at your forecast. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll continue to monitor the forecast closely over the coming days. Stay safe, stay smart, most importantly, stay kind, you guys, and we'll see y'all again very soon.